Romance novelist Nancy Crampton Brophy learned her fate today. After more than a day of deliberation, the jury found her guilty of murdering her husband. Fox 12's Connor McCarthy has been in the courtroom covering this trial and joins us now live in downtown Portland with how the victim's family is reacting. Connor?
Well, Pete, after several weeks of witness testimony, evidence, and arguments, it boiled down to what was less than 10 minutes. Shortly after 12 p.m. today, the judge announced that the jury found 71-year-old Nancy Crampton Brophy guilty of second-degree murder. Dan's family, they say justice has been served.
We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled cause, do find our verdicts upon the counts submitted to us as follows. Count 1, murder in the second degree, guilty.
Nancy Crampton Brophy stood emotionless in court Wednesday as a jury of her peers found her guilty of shooting and killing her husband in June of 2018.
Very, very thankful that everything has turned out the way it has.
Dan's mother, Karen Brophy, sat through the trial, listening to all the evidence, all the witness testimony, and all the arguments about Nancy's role in her son's death.
I didn't watch everything. Sure. That's not easy.
What we now know for a fact is Nancy drove to the Oregon Culinary Institute in southwest Portland on the morning of June 2nd, 2018. She parked near a back loading door out of sight of security cameras. She made her way inside the building where Dan was inside a kitchen. Nancy used a handgun to shoot Dan twice in the chest. Prosecutors say she then went back home and started to create her alibi, which got tested during her testimony.
I've had a struggle believing Nancy. She was our daughter-in-law for a long time. And when she was arrested, it was a big surprise to us until we found out that she hasn't been truthful with us either.
Nancy's defense lawyer, Lisa Maxfield, told reporters outside the courtroom that they wished for a different outcome and are planning to appeal, but she does respect the jury's decision after a long trial. A trial that ended a week before the 4-year anniversary of Dan's murder.
It's going to be a good opportunity to remember the man that he was, the father that he was, the grandfather that he was.
And the husband he was to Nancy. Because he was a good husband.
Do you feel like justice has been served for your son?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was our prayer. We've had a lot of people praying for this trial all over the country. So I'm a big believer in prayer, and I'm very, very thankful.
Well, Pete, I'm going to read you a statement that we got from lead prosecutor Sean Overstreet that was part of this trial, and he said, quote, "I applaud the thoughtfulness, compassion, and patience of the jury during what was a strenuous 8-week trial that included an array of expert witnesses who were there the day Daniel Brophy lost his life, individuals who knew the Brophies, and the defendant herself. I believe their verdict served the interest of justice today." Now, Nancy Brophy will be sentenced on Monday, June 13th at 9 a.m. And under Measure 11 here in Oregon, anyone convicted of murder gets a minimum of 25 years behind bars. Live in downtown Portland, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.